ever caught yourself saying, just one more project, one more promotion, one more late night, and then I'll slow down? Let me save you the trouble. That moment never magically arrives. And today we're talking about healing from the hustle, the exhausting, never ending need to prove yourself, and why after 50, it's time to lay down that heavy backpack of other people's expectations and maybe, just maybe, swap it for a beach tote with a fruity drink inside. You're listening to This Woman Can. I'm your host, Janice Sutherland, where I help mature professional Black women take charge of their careers and lives to create a future on their terms. Welcome back to This Woman Can. I am Janice Sutherland, career strategist for mature Black woman and the cheerleader for all things midlife reinvention. Today's topic is really close to my heart because I've lived it. I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt. And we're talking about the hustle, not the disco dance, the hustle, baby, though I remember it well, but the constant proving, pushing, and overperforming that so many of us, especially Black women, have done for decades. I'm not just talking about the corporate grind. I'm talking about the hustle when it shows up in our businesses, our families, our friendships, even our hobbies. Somewhere along the line, we confused worth with work. Yeah, the more we work, the more we're worth. And it's exhausting. And a few years ago, I was speaking at a women's conference, a leadership conference. And after my keynote, a woman in her late 50s came up to me with tears in her eyes and said, I don't even know who I am without the hustle. If I'm not the first one in, the last one out, the one to turn the lights off, will anyone even notice me? And I thought, oh, wow, that's exactly the trap. We've been trained to believe that our visibility depends on exhaustion, that our value is our output, not in our presence. That's really deep. For many of us, the hustle started as survival. In the workplace, it was a way to counteract bias. At home, it was being the dependable one, the fixer, the go-to person. When we were growing up, we were told we had to work 10 times as hard just to be recognised. And in life, it became muscle memory. If we're not busy, we feel guilty. I know for one that I am always on the go. I feel like I always have to be going. And it's been a struggle sometimes just to stop myself and say, what are you doing it for? Just take your time. You've got all the time you need. And as I said, if you add in that cultural layer, being raised to always be twice as good to prove we belong, then the hustle becomes less of a choice and more of a lifelong assignment. The challenge, however, is that the hustle works until it doesn't. It leaves you tired, resentful, disconnected from joy, and sometimes with a body waving a white flag in the form of burnout or illness. And that's why I'm continuing this conversation from last week about our health. But the thing is, at this stage of life, you don't need to prove nothing, not a thing, nothing. You are the receipt. The decades of experience, the wisdom, the resilience, that right there, that's your track record. So I want you to start healing from the hustle, especially if these things sounded familiar to you. I'm going to give you some tools, as always, to help you heal the hustle. The first thing I want to do is redefine achievement, and this is a huge one. I want you to ask yourself, what does success look like for me now? Right now, not when you were in your 30s, your 40s, coming up, on the corporate ladder. What does it look like for you now? I know it definitely changed for me, whereas I said I had to find myself doing a little less. I want to spend more time in my garden. If I could do that, that to me is more successful, not just about being on the grind all the time. Maybe for you, it's launching a passion project. As I said, spending more time on yourself or working 3 days a week. Your success metric is yours. It doesn't have to match anyone else's. Secondly, is rest without earning it. This one's hard, I know, but you don't have to earn rest through productivity. Rest is a right, not a reward. 3, practice saying no. Not every opportunity is your opportunity. It's not always right for you. You can say no. And saying no creates space for what matters, for things for you to say yes to that matter to you. And 4, replace the hustle with harmony. Design your life around what energizes you, not what drains you, not what takes it all out of you, not what sucks the life out of you, what energizes you. When I finally stepped back from the hustle, it really felt scary. It was quite terrifying at first, like I was losing my edge. Then I realized I wasn't losing my edge, I was losing my exhaustion. And with that came clarity, creativity, and more joy than I'd had in years. I even started what I call my I Choose Day, a day where I choose what I'm going to do. Sometimes it's no calls, no emails, just me, a glass of coconut water, and a good audiobook. Or maybe it could be writing a new blog or even just recording a podcast episode. The thing is, it's whatever brings me pleasure that day, but it's my choice and I don't feel like I have to do it. So if this resonates with you, I want to invite you to my self-paced program, 50 Forward Fearless Future. It's designed to help women over 50 break free from the patterns holding them back, including the hustle, and craft a second act that's deeply aligned with who they are now. You'll learn how to set new life goals, reclaim your time, and finally live without apology. You can find all the details by visiting my website, janicesutherland.com, and look for the tab 50 Forward Fearless Future. It's that simple. So in closing, let me remind you, you don't have to earn your place anymore. You've already done the work. You've already proved the point. Now it's time to live, love, and lead from a place of ease. Remember, as always, if this woman can, so can you. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Thanks for listening. If you got something from this week's episode, please let me know. Better yet, share it with your friends, colleagues, and anyone you know who can benefit from this message. Don't forget to subscribe or write a review and connect with me at my website, janicesutherland.com, where you can also subscribe to the This Woman Can newsletter or connect with me on LinkedIn. Remember, you have the wisdom, resilience, authenticity, and power to create a life on your terms. And if I can, you can, this woman can. Take care until next time.